Dillon Danis is coming out the gates swinging very, very hard, very, very fast, and very, very effectively because he has got almost everyone in the internet talking about him. He just did an interview with Nelk. I believe it's already got over 1 million views. It's only been 24 hours. He's got almost every MMA channel talking about him. He's got different news outlets and drama channels talking about him. He's got Logan Paul on the run, afraid, potentially considering pulling out of the fight. So let's talk about what's causing this. So apparently when it came to, I guess the shit talking, Dillon Danis had a lot lined up. He had a lot lined up and he had a lot, he had several in the chamber ready to fire. He had one in the chamber and he had a clip that could hold 50 rounds because he's got a banana clip because this dude is firing at will and hitting the mark and landing literally 10 out of 10 times. So he has decided to not only expose and talk about Nina Agdal's past, I believe that's how you say her last name, that is filled with A-list celebrities and just very, I guess, promiscuous behavior. He has decided to post pictures with all of the different men she has entertained who happen to also be A-list celebrities and people who are also very famous. And a lot of these pictures, she's like on them. She has her arms around them. She's like hugging them. One of them, just like this, she's like this dude is like pouring a bottle into her mouth of like some sort of drink. And it's like, it's right on his, like right below his dick. So it looks like he's like peeing in her mouth and she's like on her, like, she's like on her knees or sitting down, like, drinking it. It looks very sexual. And boy, is it working. Boy, is it working because from what we know, Logan Paul is so upset and he is so angry that he's like really considering pulling out. And apparently the promotion is the Misfits promotion because that's how they want to do it. They want Tommy Fury versus KSI's to be the main event. And then they want Dillon Danis and Logan Paul, I guess, to be the co-main event. And so I guess the Misfits promotion is telling Dillon he has to stop and he has to calm down. Otherwise, I guess maybe they'll kick him out or they'll pull the fight. And then apparently Logan Paul is threatening to pull out. And apparently from what Dillon has disclosed that Logan is so affected that he's having trouble training, that, Logan's just like throwing a fit behind closed doors. I guess his fiance is having a real problem with this. But, it's really funny because if this is having so much of an impact and Logan is really this upset about it, there must be truth to it. And I think the reason why, usually the insults that hurt the most are the insults that have a hint of truth to them. And I think the reason why Logan is so affected by this is because there's probably a lot of truth to, what's going on. And there's probably been some issues behind closed doors. Maybe he's seen some red flags and now some of that's being validated by the images that Dillon Danis has so kindly decided to display to the world for everyone to see. And I gotta say, it's a lot of fun to watch and it's so effective what he's doing. I mean, he's got Logan upset, telling Misfits they need to censor him. I mean, this is a guy who's been on many main stages, has been in many public beefs, and is now saying, oh, you need to stop him from talking because he's saying really mean things. Instead of coming back with really creative comebacks or insults, he's not even going on that route. He's just trying to censor Dillon, which is so, whenever you try to censor someone, it's indicative you're afraid of what they're going to say or what they're saying is so offensive that, you need it to stop because it's affecting you in some way, shape, or form. And maybe in some ways that's a good thing. But in this case, where like shit talking is supposed to be promoted and it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be something you're doing to promote the fight and something that's entertaining and expected and greatly anticipated when people are watching fights, when the fans are watching the build up to your fight. It's very anticipated and looked forward to and relished. So, when Logan Paul is just like, I don't want to participate in this, you need to censor him. He's saying really mean stuff. My feelings are hurt. My fiance's feelings are hurt. This is really getting to him, and it's very, very interesting. Again, I still think Logan would probably smoke Dillon. I don't know, unless Dillon has some crazy skill behind closed doors we've never seen. But it's just funny if he's got him this much in his head. Maybe it would give Dillon an advantage. But it's just not only is it super entertaining, it's just funny to watch because Logan was, said on many podcasts how he's going to crush Dillon, how Dillon can't hang, how Dillon's a clout chaser and an idiot, and his only skill is remaining relevant and starting drama. And now he's upset and he's running and he's trying to get Dillon Danis, of all people, censored. So, I mean, of all people, Logan Paul, of all people, is trying to get Dillon Danis censored, which is just really funny. So, yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how this plays out. But I think the reason this is getting to Logan so much is because a lot of this is true. And, a lot of this about his girl and her promiscuous past seems to be true and seems to be very valid. And there's probably a lot more behind closed doors. And, it looks like Dillon hit the head on the nail and is kind of a puppet master in the background controlling Logan's emotions. So this is very entertaining to watch. And props to Dillon Danis, man, because he is taking his opportunity at bat and he is swinging with full force, trying to hit home runs and grand slams. And I have to say he's doing a pretty good job of it. So, yeah, it's interesting. I think the Paul brothers are having a bit of a downfall, especially Logan. His recent podcast got I think 400,000 views. I mean, his podcast has been getting, I think, averaging between 400 and 700,000 views, which is actually, I mean, that's like a 50% view reduction compared to what he was doing before. I mean, 6 months to a year ago, he was getting 1.5 to 3 mil per episode. It's like a 50, 60% drop rate or cut in half compared to what he used to do. And then, his friend Mike Malak, he's not getting the views he used to. Now he's getting 400,000 or 500,000 on the episodes and the vlogs that he posts. He used to get 1 million to 2 million. Logan Paul just uploaded a video saying he's coming back to boxing. Barely got 1 million views. I think it's 1.1, 1.2 mil now. And he released it a couple days ago. I mean, that's terrible. This is a guy who used to do 10 million viewed videos on YouTube. I think especially Logan's having a big downfall right now, and I think he's feeling it, especially after getting exposed for the crypto scams by CoffeeZilla. Thanks to CoffeeZilla for that. Yeah, I mean, how hilarious would it be if Dillon Danis knocked him out of all people? He would literally just end his career. That would be hilarious. So I'll keep you guys updated. We'll continue the conversation, and let me know in the comments what you guys think. This is The Art of Violence. Until next time.
My girl is not an object. She is a real-life human being. Not a girl who gets passed around to the dude with more ball percentage. Girl is not an object.